With a face whiter than a guy named Brad from Tennessee, listening to Blake Shelton, Lionel Messi just lost another major final for Argentina. It went to penalty kicks. I'm going to get into the details, so bear with me. If you're here for the highlights, sorry to break it to you. It doesn't come easily on YouTube, but you do want to hear my analysis on this. So, Chile, first of all, win back-to-back Copa America titles. They deserve all the credit in the world for the way that they fought through that game, overcoming horrendous refereeing in the first half. You know how Ronaldo did the switch thing, that advert where he crashes into a kid and it's all for an advert and it's all fun? The referee switched with Jack Nicholson from The Shining or something like that for the first half, because he was mental. Yellow cards brandished everywhere. Oprah, you get one. You get one. No, you get one. Insane to watch. Ruined the game, but also provided some entertainment. And I think Messi got his own back when he slide tackled him in the second half. But I want to break it up bit by bit. But pardon me if I go all over the place, because that's what this game was. That's why it was such a phenomenal final. Never in my life have I seen such an entertaining 0-0 game. And I don't think we will for a long period of time. But that's exactly what happened. The first leg, the two of them played against each other. Sorry, at the start of this competition, the first game. 0-0 at half time. But I tweeted out, it was so exciting to watch. Both teams 100% going at each other, hard in the tackle. If they had a referee that would allow things to move more freely, it would have been more enjoyable, but nonetheless, it was entertaining to watch. So things crazy in the first half. Diaz gets sent off. First yellow card, yes, a bookable offence. He fouled a couple of times, and he had to be punished for that. Second one, he can't get out the way. Messi runs into him. Messi knows what he's doing. Diaz gets sent off. Ridiculous call. The referee partners that. That's his starter. His main course is dishing out another 7 or 8 yellow cards. And then his dessert, his icing on the cake, was giving Rojo a red card for a tackle that, listen clearly, wouldn't even be a foul in most places in the world. But for some reason, he gives a red card. The reason being, because he wanted to even the playing field. He realised, I honestly think, my opinion, when he gave Diaz that yellow, the second yellow, I think he forgot that he already booked him. And was just like, alright, he's just instinctively booking people. And I think he gives him that yellow card thinking that, okay, now he's going to watch himself. And then he realises his sheer error and has to make up for it by giving him the red. So, Argentina have a couple of chances in the first half. I think Messi played well, looked like he was really in the game in the first half and wanted to win it for Argentina. The ball was moving freely. Mascherano, hands down the best player in the park once again. I know people will be tweeting out that they feel bad for Messi because his face, quite literally, to go with my joke at the start, was as white as a ghost. Jesus, he looked ill. He looked ill. He sat off at the bench. But I felt bad for Mascherano. He was consoling his teammates. He was congratulating the opponents. That's a professional, man. That guy played out of his skin throughout this tournament. He is the real MVP, I think, of that team throughout this competition. But again, you cannot take anything away from Chile. The resilient Chile. Yes, they crowd ran the referee like moths ran a light when they concede a foul. Vidal, it's like his job. His manager just tells him, as soon as we concede a foul, I want you to get this close to the referee. No sense of personal space. Just get right in his face. Make sure he can count all the different designs on your tattoos and your spiky hair and be intimidating. And he's lucky at times that he does not go in the book for that. But this referee deserves all of the criticism that he got because he ruined the first half of a good footballing game. But we go into the second half. And again, both teams the game sort of calmed down a little bit. The switch went back the way. The referee returned to his somewhat sane self and didn't dish out as many yellows. He did towards the end of the half. But again, the game moved a little bit more freely. Higuain in the first half, by the way, I forgot to mention that. This is a guy that I stood by with my comments on the Football Republic, on TYT Sports, that he could go on and be the top goal scorer. Blows another golden opportunity, tries to dink it over Bravo, but instead puts it wide. You need to put those home, mate. If you want to remove yourself, Higuain, from this constant criticism about blowing clear chances, then you have to take one once in a while, mate. Have to take one. It was a golden opportunity, and he blows it. The second half, we see Argentina in control, but we see Chile growing a little bit more in confidence, growing in the counter-attack, forcing Romero to make some great saves. And on the opposite side, Bravo makes easily the best save of the tournament for a Sergio Aguero looping header to tip it over the bar. And he would go on to be the MVP for that Chile team. So they make some changes, bring on Diaz into the middle of the park. And things start to change a little bit more. So both teams are stretched. Argentina are piling numbers forward, want to settle the game before it goes on to penalties, because they have the memory in their mind from last year. They have some chances in there moving the ball around. Messi has a chance from a free kick. It looks like it was heading towards goal, but again deflected over. And then Chile were dangerous on the counter-attack. So Argentina were willing to put numbers forward, but that spoke volumes to me. It didn't speak volumes to many other people. On Twitter, people are thinking Argentina are going to score. I think Chile were happy to sit a little deeper. They are comfortable in that chaotic environment. Their defence are like a brick wall back there. They clear most crosses into the box. It has to be a very good cross to evade those defenders. Whereas Argentina realised they didn't want this to go to penalty kicks again. They did not want that to happen. So they put on Lamela, who yes can hit a good penalty kick, but he wasn't even in, I don't think, unless he would have taken the last penalty. He came on to add a little bit more attacking threat, and he did add that, a little bit more width. And from that moment, I realised Argentina were not comfortable going to penalty kicks. They were not comfortable. And Chile are. They take some great spot kicks. And as far as things go, you're telling me that you have a substitute coming on for Chile who can score a comfortable penalty into the back of the net, and you have two of the highest priced footballers ever, probably, in Arturo Vidal and Lionel Messi missing? Insert the face of that little guy in the meme that says, "You're telling me?" Because that's what I was thinking during that whole moment. Messi's penalty kick. I want to defend him, but you just cannot blaze it over the bar from 12 yards. Not when you're the world's greatest athlete. Not when you're one of the most gifted individuals with a ball at his feet. Can you do that? His face, man, it speaks 1,000 bajillion words. No sort of grammatical pronunciation of any sort of word or phrase can sum up the look on Lionel Messi's face. He was distraught. You think this competition doesn't mean enough to a team that haven't won a major tournament in 23 years? Frame that picture of Messi, because he might not get as golden as an opportunity as that. They were the better team throughout this whole competition. But once again, football is a harsh sport. It's the best sport. I've at times been watching the NBA this season thinking, I love this sport. I love the NBA and I would love to go and watch it. But games like this just drag me in like no other sport. Engrossed to the TV. As close to the television as Vidal is to the referee. And I tweeted out throughout the majority of the game, there was no Chile on Messi at the end. Thank me later for that joke. And do you blame them? This is a guy that comes under that gets so much credit. Whips in a wand of a free kick against the USA and the internet explodes. But can't do it from 12 yards when the pressure's on. You can't defend that. And you have to congratulate Bravo. Great penalty save for Biglia's penalty at the end. And Chile go on and win it. The most unlikely of penalty scorers at the end to win it. Sanchez did it last year. But who cares? Chile are now back-to-back Copa America champions, and I could not be happier with the final that I've seen. Yes, referee and disasters in between. It's all part and parcel of the beautiful game. And I'm sad to see the tournament go, but I'm glad I could have brought you the analysis step by step all the way. So make sure to stay tuned for more Euro coverage. Hopefully we'll get some excitement and some fast-paced football like that in the Euros. Fingers crossed. And once again, a great tournament that I could not have been happier to cover for you fellas. Stay tuned.